the old school ways, the old school method. What millennials used to yell at boomers on, a stern handshake and making eye contact was enough for you to get a fucking job where you would make the current equivalent of $300,000 a year, and
He
have
said that
a
backwards. He said
single income family.
millennials
Is
used to
gone,
yell at boomers.
right?
He meant boomers
And
used to
now
yell at
with the Zoomers
millennials.
and the millennials, it's gotten even worse than that, where the whole like just go and apply to a
Or the
million
opposite?
jobs, dumbass
I don't know.
method does not work at all. You are not going to find a job. It's fucking impossible.
Prevent someone from being
Well, this is
But
my new
because
look, I
the
guess.
people that are running the economy and the people that are running the
It's a little
country
weird.
are they're 858 years old. They will never understand this.
Let's
The
give it a shot.
reality that they grew up in
Okay,
does
be in
not
the
exist
air,
anymore.
any
It's
game.
only gotten worse. They're
Qualify and
fucking
explore. I
all
guess we're going to explore that. Jump 45 times in any game. Okay, jump 45 times, be in the air a lot. Okay, and qualify for levels and explore. Bam. It's done. Let's go play Explore.
Got the prospect of never owning a home. Absolutely, when you're spending $40 a day on smashed avocado and coffees and not working. Yeah, of course. A meeting of the minds. That's something that wasn't on my...
Explore and jump a lot. Be in the air a lot.
She was very into this phone call. You won't be having a lot of policy discussions other than the credit card companies are getting 28%, 30%. These people don't know they're paying that, but if it wasn't 1 year cap of 10%, and I love it. I know it's sort of like it sounds like the mayor of New York maybe came up with that, but the people are paying. They can't make it. They can't.
Bob Downey reference.
They can't pay 28%. And so I said, 1 year, I'd like to see a 1 year cap of 10% for the credit card companies. And they understand that. I've had calls from friends of mine, actually. I treat them good, I respect them greatly, but they make a lot of money. They gotta give people a break.
Dragon Spirit Stumble. Sounds fun. Let's do it. It's an explore level. Navigate the obstacles and reach the finish line. Sounds fun. Let's do it. I'm excited.
So there's, I guess, getting toward the end, there's classic conservatism, there's populism, and I guess there's common sense. Is that how you would describe some of the steps that you made? I mean, there's statism, or that we're getting too involved with management. But I think that's common sense. People say, real conservatives, you don't make sense first. Things that necessarily don't conservative sometimes.
Yeah, like when you want to, it's a real common sense position when 80% of the country says don't do that.
Open borders started to say that big on this business getting more coming from the Congo, coming from Venezuela. By the way, get that $50 million the other day from Venezuela. Sell it at the market price. We're going to give some to Venezuela. We're going to keep some.
They already have, by the way, the Venezuelan leadership under Delcy Rodriguez said that they received their first $300 million from the American oil sales. They do not know where it's $500 million worth of oil. America took it, they seized it, and they're,
I think I did all the jumps. I did the 45 seconds, right? It was 45 seconds in the air already.
They stole, and nobody knows where the remaining $200 million is, by the way. That's the way that we're operating now. It's pure piracy. It's pure piracy. We just stole that oil.
These big companies, these big corporations buying up thousands of homes and renting them or doing whatever they do with them. Some of them are flipping them for a big profit.
I'm gonna go pick up some money from the bank. Yeah, go buy some gold then.
Onwards and upwards.
That paper might be worthless.
We're saying that we don't want that. We want people to be able to buy a home. They don't want that to be energetic. You're energetic right now. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for the time. Thank you very much. All right, not the President of the United States, of course, and our very own Joe Kernan.
Wow, what a productive conversation. Trump just lied about everything once again. And there was very little pushback on this. Down to like when he says the economy is doing so well, but of course it's CNBC, so he's speaking to the right audience when he says, well, the markets are up. Look at that. We course corrected in the markets, believe it. Okay, I said it was going to dominate Greenland. I said it was going to take over Greenland with the military. Then I said I'm not going to do that no more. And then the markets are. Is it lying? We don't know the truth. No, CNBC knows the fucking truth. What do you mean? Everybody knows the truth. Well, it also says we're getting $15 trillion in foreign investment coming into the country, and they're opening up factories. You can look around and recognize that is not happening. But none of it matters because the entire stock market, which is the only thing that these animals care about on CNBC, it revolves around pure speculation and confidence that Donald Trump won't actually use the nuclear option and destroy global trade in its entirety, as he has threatened to do so over and over again, multiple times a year in the last year of his second term. So he just keeps going, I'm going to break it, I'm going to molest the money, I'm going to molest the money, and then everybody goes, no sir, please don't molest the money. And then he turns around and says, I'm not molesting the money as much as I was going to. Isn't that wonderful? And the money goes, oh thank God I'm not molesting the money as hard. Yeah, oh my God, it's a bull market, baby. Let's go. Perma growth. None of it is anchored around like actual.
Oh, I only finished the jump 45 times just now.
It's all nonsensical. It's all Tesla stuff. The stock market is all Tesla stuff. Okay, money is faker than it has ever been before. Obviously, it's been fake for quite a while, but goddamn, finance capital is so fake, dude. It is just nothing. It's unicorns and fairy dust. Everything is Tesla. When Donald Trump said it's all computer, everything is Tesla, everybody transgender, he was right. It's not the way that he was using it. I mean, look at Nvidia. Look at OpenAI. Look at the major reasons as to why the stock market is up. The GDP is growing. Why is it growing? Because they're exchanging the same like $100 billion over and over again. It's just exchanging hands. Everything in Nvidia.
You don't think that Mr. President about Russia trying to come and take over Greenland? If you're worried that Putin would do something like that, why invite him to join your board of peace?
Everybody, we want nations where people have control, people have power. Never gonna happen. This is the greatest.
That was great. I love how short that level was. A short level, I love it.
Tremendous influence. But all babies on the board. There wouldn't be very much. So he was invited. He's accepted. Many people have accepted.
Thank you, whoever made this short level.
Hasn't accepted. But it's going to be great. I think the Board of Peace will be the most prestigious board ever, and it's going to get a lot of work done that the United Nations should have done. And we'll work with the United Nations, but the Board of Peace is going to be special. We're going to have peace. It started off with Gaza, the Middle East. We've got peace in the Middle East. Tremendous peace in the Middle East. Nobody thought that was possible. And that happened by taking out the Iran nuclear threat. Without that, it could have never happened. But the board is going to be, I think, really fantastic. And I think it'll be the most prestigious board of any board ever in world history. Thank you very much.
Tremendous.
Taking out the Iran nuclear threat? What is he talking about?
Joined the piss of board. Yeah, and so did Benjamin Netanyahu. If you want to understand how stupid this board of peace is, he's just basically re-engineering the United Nations, but this time with even more control, I guess. And you can buy into it, and it's crockett bullshit. It is totally nonsensical. It is totally ridiculous. The UN already doesn't have any fucking power, and I guess even
I want to ride on this thing.
to build another version of that that's even, I guess another version of that is even
Shoot
more
me across.
Awesome.
Yay.
The United States avoided the catastrophic energy collapse which befell every European nation.
Let's go. Oh, he's better than me.
The reason why he just keeps getting the renewable energy thing is because China is dominating the rare earth mineral procurement extraction.
There we go.
They have a monopoly on it. Okay, they have a monopoly on the production of rare earth minerals, which are necessary materials for all manner of technology, but certainly on the renewable energy battery technology. China is obviously dominating
Help me!
Like wind
No!
turbines. It's not necessarily just wind turbines that he's like complaining about. It's everything, right? Wind turbines, batteries, solar panels, virtually every single thing. Virtually every single thing that
This is scary.
dominates. And that's precisely the reason why America's decided no more of this like wait.
No! Thought I was grabbing. I don't like this level.
Redoubling our efforts in on the side of the fossil fuel industry, even though from the planet does not matter. It doesn't matter if we just melt the table. It doesn't matter if we destroy the table. If we're losing the board game, we might as well kill everybody in the process rather than look forward.
I don't like this level.
Try to improve mankind rather than try to improve our carbon footprint, rather than try to focus on the new method of
Why?
energy, even though we have all of the instead of trying to focus on competing with China and trying to build a robust manufacturing base or even cooperating with China, we are deciding to fight that by
I'm almost there. I did it. Yay. Let's go.
We've seen the fate that the lack of
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Germany now generates 22% less electricity than it did in 2017. And it's not the current chancellor's solving the problem. Whether they did before he got there, I guess that's why they got there. And electricity prices are 64% higher. The United Kingdom produces just 1/3 of the total energy from all sources like that in 1999. Think about 1/3. And they're sitting on top of the North Sea.
But I don't like this.
But they don't use it. And that's one reason why their energy is reached catastrophically. High prices, very low levels. Think of that, 1/3.
Oh no.
So, well, that's the thing that's not the case for 500 years. Everything found here, the North Sea is incredible. They don't let anybody drill. Environmentally, they don't let them drill. They make it
I want to watch this guy finish.
They came to see anything you can do. I want Europe to do great. I want UK to do great. Sitting one of the greatest energy sources.
There we go.
They don't use it.
Yay.
In fact, their electricity prices have soared 139%. There are windmills all over Europe. There are windmills all over the place. And they are losers. One thing I've noticed is that the more windmills a country has, the more money that country loses. And the
This guy's crazy with the
China makes
windmills.
almost all of the windmills. And yet I haven't been able to find any wind farms in China. Did you ever think of that?
So this is obviously
What
completely
would
incorrect.
you
This
say?
might be a surprise to Scatters, but he's once again talking out of his ass. Not only is China the leader in manufacturing renewable energy products, but it's also the leader around the globe in renewable energy infrastructure inside of China. Not only do they have a ton of wind turbines, not windmills, right? But they're also experimenting with new ways of developing wind turbines, like this new Zeppelin thing. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's completely ridiculous. Photos capture the breathtaking scale of China's wind and solar build-out. This is a major wind farm, but it's not just windmills either. It's not just wind turbines either. They're also experimenting with new technology. Here's another article. There it is. China's building.
Wow, wind turbines are kind of amazing.
Projects on track to reach 1,200 gigawatts of installed wind and solar capacity by end of 2024, 6 years ahead of Beijing's target.
I want to go this way.
Two-thirds of global wind and solar projects under construction are in China. Solar and wind power projects under construction by gigawatt. So yeah, they are.
Wait, I want to die Yellow Star.
But they're now doing this insane thing that I saw that's like that literally feels.
I need to get up there.
It feels like something out of Cyberpunk.
I got it. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I get these yellow stars now. They're all mine. I'm gonna get these stars so good.
That is what they are doing. The world's first
Mine.
megawatt-class high-altitude wind
Star
turbine
time.
for urban use, the
No.
SAWES, has successfully completed a test flight in Yiban, southwest China.
Okay, I know how to get that star now. All I have to do is go over here and pop myself up.
Kilowatt hours of electricity, completing grid-connected power generation. 1 hour of operation will generate enough electricity.
I was close. I'll go this way first. First, this. Oh, it didn't work. Do I have to jump when I get on that or something? Yeah! And now we go.
Anyway, here it is. This is what it looks like. It's insane, okay? 1 hour operation to generate enough electricity to fully...
Oh.
Zero.
Fast swinging across there. I see. Let's get that.
Basic power, yeah. When I look
Go!
at this,
Oh no, I had it!
when, you know, I understand how the horse buggy and carriage and drawing felt when like cars were being mass produced, right? The assembly line kicks in, there's cars, it's becoming increasingly cheaper or more affordable to own a car. And while that is happening, this new frontier is unfolding in front of your eyes, you're still maintaining the old guard where you're like, no, you don't understand, this is a profitable industry. Horses are much better. Horses are much better than cars, dude. You're so dumb. Don't move into the car stuff. What do you mean an automobile?
I did it.
It's scary, it's weird. Horses are much less likely to trample you to death. It's just a fad. It'll go away. Let's just focus on horses.
Whoa, I didn't even realize I was almost done. This is a fun level.
Covering itself in
So
glory
much fun.
in its
I think we're ready to stop here.
opposition
Wait, are
to
we?
what we've seen. Really?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
any
We
of
just
it,
stop.
Frankly, there's a couple of people who've been good.
Quick game. Yes.
But
Yes, please.
the leadership of the Democratic Party has been anemic.
Anemic is right. Broke the internet. The Majority Report broke the internet again. Why? Something's going wrong. Alright, we did it. We got lots of crown shards and who cares? Let's do something else now. Let's do a rank knockout, I guess. Now we want to switch to server region of no, not automatic. I mean, United States West Coast. That way everyone will be sleepier than me. And now we'll play and rank knockout. Ice is pure evil.
As I mentioned, ICE has arrived in Maine. Maine, stay safe. Maine has a disproportionate number of refugees relative to other states, or at least has had an influx of refugees recently. And they're calling this operation Catch of the Day. Why do they have to have different operational names for every state?
Messed up.
It just seems...
Part of the whole cosplay.
I get it, but like, why not just make your fascist operation one thing? It doesn't have to be state specific, but they like to play with words.
They're occupying different parts of the world. It's different strategies. Like
This is
that's
pretty
what's
scary.
happening Is instead of Iraq and other Afghanistan,
Right.
it's Charlotte, Minneapolis.
And in Minnesota, it's still just absolutely horrific there. There was a really important whistleblower complaint that came out yesterday. It appears that Senator Blumenthal of Connecticut is kind of responsible for digging some of this stuff up. I think they're leaking this stuff right now. And Sam kind of floated this theory to me as well last night when we were chatting. In anticipation of the vote today in the House on ICE funding. Jeffries and the rest of leadership is recommending that the rest of the caucus vote against it, but not whipping votes against it, which is a distinct difference.
Capitulation to fascism.
Whipping votes involves, sticks and carrots as well. And
There's no
that's
point to a party. You're just going to look for what's supporting Israel.
what competent
Oh,
leadership.
I'm in a competition, aren't I? I keep forgetting I'm in a competition.
Nancy Pelosi, she was quite effective.
Alright, I gotta do well here.
We'll see
If I don't do well, I will
But
lose.
it's really the Senate that has the power to stop this. And Chuck Schumer has shown no indication that he's willing to do so. And so
That's not
leaks
good.
need to start happening to reveal the horror and of ISIS operations, the illegality, the
I
lawlessness
feel like I'm doing
that
badly.
is inherent to ISIS operations.
Like I'm not seeing many people
That is
falling
a
behind
very
me.
bedrock foundation of how they conduct their business, their terror across the country. So this leak, very significant. The AP writes, federal immigration.
Yes, alright, so apparently I did better than I thought. I was like 6th place. Or 7th.
Judicial warrant, according to an internal immigration and customs enforcement memo obtained by the Associated Press.
Man, I felt like I was losing that whole time. I felt bad the whole time I was playing.
On government searches. The memo
Although
authorizes
it looked like I was ahead. I mean, it looked like I wasn't making any mistakes really. But I guess
administrative warrant.
I always felt like I was never seeing anybody behind me. I was only seeing people ahead of me. But those people ahead of me, a lot of them falling into holes and stuff, I just didn't notice.
That's by design.
They were falling behind me, respawning, you know?
Local leaders have told people you don't need to.
I also felt bad, like people were respawning in front of me, and I was like, wow, this person like fell in the slime, and then they're still ahead of me.
Now you're going to hear this term administrative warrant throughout this piece, and I'm going to explain why that's not actually a warrant. It's basically the equivalent of your teacher gives you a permission slip for your parents to sign, and instead of just like forging the signature or something like that, you just
One of these guys might be the first to finish, the last to finish.
a permission slip. That's not what this is. Warrants are filled out by judges. Not the
I don't think these guys have it. They're just falling in. They're not even trying.
Administrative warrants are.
And this end run around the Constitution has been telling
This guy's not even trying.
President, Vice President, when they talk about, well, we can't do due process because it's such an emergency that Joe Biden has left us with, and a lot of the Tonys and media have also said that. Like,
These guys got no idea what they're
So
doing.
now, F the Fourth Amendment for school.
Yeah.
And every single person who supported this deportation hysteria also supports that.
Exactly. The memo itself has not been widely shared within the agency, according to a whistleblower complaint, but its contents have been used to train
Alright,
ICE
slime
officers
climb.
who are being deployed into cities and towns to implement the president's immigration crackdown. New ICE hires and those still in training are being told to follow the memo's guidance instead of written training materials.
This game, everybody
that
can win.
actually contradict the memo, according to the whistleblower disclosure.
There's no limit to how many people can be
I
qualified.
just want to sit with this for a second. It's a verbal only order. The article will continue and it lays this out. But they issued this memo earlier this year, then stopped circulating it because they didn't want a paper trail.
So whoever survives.
Training ICE officers.
I haven't lost a slime climb in a relatively long time.
Of this illegal policy.
Yeah, I feel like I just jinxed
Because
that.
they're afraid of having a paper trail. And we have Democrats that are considering funding this agency right now.
Ow.
The Associated Press obtained the memo and whistleblower complaint from an official in Congress who shared it on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive documents. Again, I think this is
Oh my god,
this
really?
theory is correct. That it's
Man, I've been, like, playing- I'm playing almost killing myself a few times here.
To box in some of these Democrats who aren't standing up to this lawlessness. The AP verified the authenticity of the accounts in the complaint. The memo signed by the acting director of ICE, Todd Lyons, and dated May 12, 2025 says, although the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has not historically relied
Whoa.
upon administrative warrants, relied on administrative warrants alone to arrest aliens subject to final orders of removal in their place of residence, the DHS Office of the General Counsel has recently determined that the U.S. Constitution, the Immigration and Nationality Act, and the immigration regulations do not prohibit relying on administrative warrants for this purpose.
The DHS Office of the General Counsel created after we were all alive in the missionary years.
Yep, it was an outgrowth of the war on terror. These warrants are forms filled out by ICE officers. This is it's a form I-205. They're signed by immigration officials, not regular judges. And when we're talking about the war on terror, this is a good.
It's just the three of them still there.
Political
No, it's
term
not. Yeah, now it's just the three of them still
So,
there.
you know, when we're talking about DHS and ICE being an outgrowth of the war on terror infrastructure, you might recall that the Bush administration was overseeing warrantless wiretapping, mass surveillance throughout both terms of Americans without the approval of judges. Now, towards the end of his second term, it was basically discovered that this was happening. And the Democrats go, okay, but can you please go through a judge first? That was what happened. And in the end, they turned to FISA judges. These are these secretive, specialized judges specifically for surveillance warrants, specifically for things like intelligence and national security. And they would just rubber stamp all of this. So it gave them the pretense of going through a judge, but these were special judges. And even still, this is much more legal than what ICE is doing here, because those are still federal judges. Those are still warrants from a judge, not administrative warrants that are just signed by ICE officers. So we're seeing here the complete
Okay, let's go.
of our Fourth Amendment protections and other protections because the war on terror, and specifically the Patriot Act, blended these operations, foreign intelligence, and domestic law enforcement. And because of like the way that power is accumulated and rights can be eroded much more easily than they can be built up, it's gotten worse and worse. Even when you're looking at, say, like, you know, the FISA judges as a point of comparison. And one more part from this piece, and then we'll get to this awful story about how they're rounding up children in Minnesota. But the memo says ICE officers can forcibly enter homes and arrest immigrants using just a signed administrative warrant known as an I-205 if they have a final order of removal issued by an
Oh
immigration
crap!
judge.
I went the wrong way. I think I should be okay.
District judge.
No, I mean I might not be though, cause actually I'm dead. I lost this.
On the door,
I'm-
and
I'm-
share who they
I've
are.
definitely lost. Oh, especially there.
They're limited to the hours
It's
they can
over.
leave the home.
It's
6 a.m.
over.
or 10 p.m. People inside must be given a reasonable chance to act lawfully, but if that doesn't work, the memo says they can just use force to go in.
Yeah, I lost.
The memo is
lost.
addressed to all ICE personnel, but it has.
Oh, I was so close though. Look how close I was.
Then shared
was-
it with
that was my
some
last
employees who were told to read it and return it.
I almost feel like I should have made it somehow, but I didn't deserve it. I did badly on that
Allowed to
level.
view the memo only in the presence of a supervisor.
Circuit trapeze.
That's
One
what
of the levels where I could sometimes win.
The whistleblower was able to access the document.
I should watch the strat.
There, feel
See how the winner wins.
This memo, you can't take it with you, but we're gonna read it to you, and you gotta be secretive about it.
You can usually tell who's gonna win right in the beginning.
So
Like the person out front
with
will
that,
win.
you know, you're just seeing here. This is
Usually.
the Trump administration, the executive branch, trying.
Well, sometimes you only know how to play the first part of it. Like I know how to play the first part of it.
As they've tried
You
to
see, these guys all know what they're doing here.
This is about authoritarianism. And ICE is now taking just children. They've kidnapped multiple children. You have Minnesota community members saying that ICE is basically stationed outside schools.
These
This is
two
the Protect
know their
the Kids
stuff.
Party, just reminding people here that are okay with masked men whose identities we have no idea who they are.
This guy. Okay, this guy knows what
There's no
he's
way to
doing.
verify. They're trying to hide their identities. We have masked
No, this is the wrong way.
paid for by your tax dollars, stationed outside your kid's school, ready to kidnap them. The Protecting Kids Party. And it's not just happening in Minnesota. I saw there was an article in Seattle.
Damn it! I wish I'd been able to follow that person
Surrounding
better.
areas, they had to shelter in place. Half a dozen schools due to ice activity.
I don't feel like I got a good look at the strat there.
And now there's the story of Liam.
Oh well, what can you
This
do?
photos that you're gonna see here has gone viral. He just turned 5.
Maybe next time.
4 children in this school district near Minneapolis, Columbia Heights, which is a heavily Hispanic and Latino district in the metro area. And apparently ICE, when this kid was coming home, got him, asked him to knock on the door to see if anyone was inside, because they wanted to take his father.
Alright, that's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Save recent gameplay,
And
full
found that his
video.
father and brother were missing. Here is a local